Deep within a dense forest, far from civilization, stood the Ravenswood Manor. Once a majestic palace, it was now a decaying ruin. The locals called it the Cursed Palace, whispering tales of ghosts and unspeakable horrors. But what had truly happened in this palace? Back in the 1800s, King Alexander Whitmore ruled over Ravenswood. His wife, Queen Eleanor, was known for her grace and wisdom. However, hidden within the palace walls was another woman, Isabella Carter, the head maid. Isabella secretly loved the king and desired his throne. One fateful night, when Alexander was away at war, Isabella performed a dark ritual to kill Queen Eleanor and take her place. But Eleanor discovered the truth. Furious, she ordered Isabella to be buried alive in the palace's underground chamber. Before her death, Isabella cursed the palace. "When this palace falls, my spirit shall rise, and I will make everyone suffer. I will have my revenge." Years later, tragedy struck. King Alexander was killed in battle, and enemies invaded the palace. In despair, Queen Eleanor took her own life, but not before vowing, "No one shall ever defile my palace. Anyone who dares will suffer my wrath alongside Isabella's curse." From that day forward, Ravenswood Manor remained abandoned. Those who entered never returned. Ethan Carter, a well-known paranormal investigator, had spent years researching haunted locations. When he heard about Ravenswood Manor, he knew he had to explore it. His team included Sophia Hayes, a historian and researcher, Logan Pierce, a tech expert, Olivia Bennett, a photographer, Ryan Walker, a skeptic but brave adventurer. The locals warned them not to go. No one who enters ever comes back. The spirits of the Queen and Isabella still haunt those halls. But Ethan dismissed it as superstition. At 10 p.m., they entered the manor. The silence was oppressive, the air heavy with dread. Walls bore strange scratch marks, as if someone had tried to escape. Suddenly, Sophia found an old diary. Eleanor's final words. "It says here that Isabella was buried alive in the secret underground chamber." Just then, a deep, ghastly voice echoed through the hall. "Why have you come here? This place belongs to me," Ryan screamed. His camera, which was off, suddenly turned on by itself. On the screen, a shadowy figure appeared. A woman in a blood-red dress, her face covered in deep scars, her eyes glowing red. "Run!" Logan yelled. Before they could move, the doors slammed shut on their own. Darkness swallowed them. Trapped inside, their hearts pounded. Ethan shined his flashlight, but the light flickered weakly. Sophia whispered, "We need to find a way out." Suddenly, symbols on the walls started glowing, leading them toward a hidden path. "Is this some kind of sign?" Ryan muttered. Logan hesitantly touched the wall. Instantly, the ground beneath them cracked open, revealing a dark staircase leading down. This must be where Isabella was buried. With no other choice, they descended into the darkness. The air was thick with the scent of decay. A sinister energy filled the chamber. Then they saw it. An old iron coffin covered in ancient symbols. This must be Isabella's tomb. As soon as Logan touched it, a powerful force threw him back. Then, a bone-chilling laughter echoed. "After centuries, someone has finally come to free me." The coffin burst open, and a terrifying figure emerged. Isabella's spirit. Her mutilated face, burning eyes, and blood-stained nails sent a wave of terror through them. She turned to Ethan and hissed, "You will never leave here alive." Isabella's spirit was now unleashed. With a wicked grin, she lifted Logan into the air with an invisible force and smashed him against the wall. His body twitched, then went still. No, Logan, Olivia screamed. Ethan threw holy salt at Isabella, but as soon as it touched her, it burned into black smoke. Your feeble tricks won't work on me, Isabella snarled. Suddenly, another voice echoed through the crypt. Isabella, this palace belongs to me. Queen Eleanor's spirit had arrived. She stepped forward in a glowing red gown, holding a celestial sword. Her eyes burned with divine fury. Your time is over, Isabella, Eleanor declared. Isabella let out a menacing laugh. You cannot defeat me, Eleanor. I will take back what's mine. The walls trembled. The palace shook violently. Ethan and his team stood frozen, trapped between two powerful spirits. Their fate now depended on this final battle. Darkness engulfed the chamber. The air was filled with black magic and celestial energy. Isabella launched a surge of fire and shadows, but Queen Eleanor countered with a flash of golden light. The two spirits clashed, shaking the entire manor. Isabella shrieked, If I die, these humans die with me. She possessed Ethan, and his eyes turned completely white. No, Sophia cried. Isabella's laughter echoed. Now he is mine. But Olivia was nowhere to be found. By dawn, the villagers searched the ashes. The mansion was completely destroyed, but there was no sign of Olivia. Some say she freed the trapped souls and escaped. Others believe she perished along with the house. But weeks later, a villager saw a shadow move inside his mirror. And then, a burnt, whispering voice came from the glass. No one can escape the curse. Screen fades to black. A distant, eerie scream echoes. The story ends.